We say thank you for your service, we honor the uniform, we wave the flag, but we don't talk about what happens after they come home. And it's not just the PTSD, it's not just the illnesses, the slow decline. We don't talk about the children who grow up inside of the aftermath of all that. Welcome to From Dirt We Grow, your host, Stephanie Allen. We are here today. As you guys know, Veterans Affairs are very near and dear to my heart. So I want to welcome today Miss Jane Nearing. So thank you for being here, Jane.
Not a problem. You're welcome.
Tell me about yourself, Jane.
I'm 47. I'm a daughter of a Vietnam veteran. He passed away in 2008 from a cancer related to Agent Orange.
See, those are the things we don't hear about. Can you tell us a little bit about what he went through?
So, to kind of fill in the gap a little bit, I didn't meet my dad until I was 21. He had left my mom after I was born, but me and my brother also suffer from health effects related to the Agent Orange. Um, Unfortunately, the VA will only the children of the veterans if they were born with spina bifida. Any other health risks and stuff related to it, they do not help with
Well, that's very specific. Why just that?
because it's more common with
Mm.
because even people in Vietnam are still feeling the effects of Agent Orange.
Yeah, these are the things we don't hear about.
Right. And from Vietnam on down, multiple people have passed away from cancer and everything else related to being in contact with Agent Orange. My father, being one of them, he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in 2006. He went through treatments. It went into remission for maybe a year, if that. And then when it came back full force. There was nothing that could be done. He actually passed away in a palliative care unit at our local VA hospital.
Now, you said your brother and yourself are feeling the effects. Is that passed down, you're saying, through genes?
Yes. My brother, who is actually younger than me, is actually unable to work because of all his health issues. He has all kinds of back problems. As of right now, we're waiting to find out if they're going to do surgery for an aneurysm on his heart. And I've gone through bypass surgery.
And you're 47, you said.
Yes, I was 42 when I had the bypass surgery.
So I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you more healthy now, do you think, or is it still affecting you?
It's going to affect me the rest of my life.
Are you under care? Did you say, I'm sorry, did you say your father retired with the military or no?
Yes, he did. He retired from the army.
So you're covered under his health care, correct?
No,
Why is that? Do you know?
because, like I said, the VA does not recognize any other health problems with children that's not related to like spina bifida.
Well, you should be able to receive health care at being his dependent. He probably didn't claim you as a dependent.
No, because by time I met him, I was already a mother myself.
So that's sad. You can't even get the care that you need, that you are entitled to as his child, and you and your brother for his service. So you have obviously your own private insurance, and you have to pay for all this yourself, and I'm sure that gets costly.
Yes. All my prescriptions, because I do have an artificial vein going from my aorta down to my femoral veins. My medications cost over $2,000 a month.
Wow, that is more than most people's rent. Well, not nowadays, but
That's more than our
right.
mortgage.
Wow, yeah. That's just mind blowing to me for having being the child of a military somebody that retired in the military. That's mind blowing to me. So, have you been diagnosed as the Agent Orange being the cause for your illnesses?
For my veins and stuff, yes.
Okay, so they do recognize it as the Agent Orange being the cause.
Yep, because there's a blood test that they can do to check for those chemicals in your blood. And mine is higher than most people, as well as my brother's.
What does your care look like every month? Is being that costly, I would assume you're at the doctor a lot.
Well, I've at this point because I do pay out of pocket for medical care. I don't have insurance at the moment.
Mm.
I try to avoid going to the doctor, but I have not been able to see my cardiologist in 2 years because of the lack of insurance.
Now, don't you work a full-time job?
I do.
These are the problems that we need to be talking about. Let's talk about other effects on it, though. It's not just physical, right? I mean, is there stress? Is there anxiety? Is there other things going on?
Oh yeah, I suffer from depression, anxiety, my brother as well.
Have you been diagnosed with anything mental in that area?
I have PTSD as well as being a manic depressive with anxiety.
I was going to ask you kind of about your childhood, but you said you didn't grow up with your father in the home. Did you, when you met him at 21, was he still in the service or no?
No.
How close was your relationship then when you did meet him?
We obviously, just meeting my father at 21, it took time, but by time he passed away, we had a very close relationship.
Did you see the effects on him? What was his mental state like?
He had always suffered from depression from the moment I met him. He did talk about his time in Vietnam and the sounds of weapons and that didn't seem to bother him, but you could tell it was draining.
Did you see the care provided by the VA being valuable though? Like, did you see it, them doing all that they could do?
So, because I mostly took him to his appointments and stuff here at our local VA, they tried, doing whatever they could. If there was something new out for them to do, they were trying it. When the cancer returned, like I said, it returned with a vengeance. So, multiple myeloma is a type of bone cancer that just eats away at the bones in the body.
Mm.
So when it reached the point where he had lesions on his skull, it was no longer to a point that it could be treated. And by time he had passed away, he went from being 5'11" to only being 5'3".
That is a significant difference. Wow. Was he diagnosed as it being effects of Agent Orange?
Yes.
Now, I know the PACT Act is new, so that wasn't around obviously then. Was he service connected at all? Did he get compensation
No, he didn't.
at all?
No. Cuz he actually passed away in 2008.
Hmm.
So this was before that was even.
Yeah.
So his compensation was his medical care.
He didn't receive any VA disability or anything for any of his.
Nope, just the care.
What do you feel like needs to change?
Well, the VA needs to be able to add to that list of children that are affected by Agent Orange. And not only that, for our children, because that even gets passed on to our children, because it will cycle through generations till obviously eventually it's not. Because both of my biological children suffer from heart effects from this as well. When me and my mom went and talked to here, it was right here locally. I want to say it was Department of Veteran Affairs right here at our local city hall. They even told me themselves there that my daughter's heart conditions could very well be related to my dad being in Vietnam.
What is it? How does it affect your daily life as far as not only the physical, the anxiety? You said you have depression, all of that. How does it affect your daily life?
Not so much anymore, but when I was going through all the treatments and stuff for my peripheral artery disease, it was really bad cuz I couldn't walk far. I couldn't It was really rough and it really increased my depression to where there was times where I didn't even want to go to work because I did not want to have to do all that moving
Mhm.
because excruciating pains.
Your husband looked into it and he found that Agent Orange, the effects could be passed to him as well, being your spouse.
Yep.
What did he find?
That Agent Orange can be passed to your spouse, and it can give your spouse cancer from that too. So through kissing and lovemaking.
I mean, with all the benefits that veterans do have, I don't think it's enough. Like everybody
Right.
loves to say, "Oh, yes, we support the troops. We love our vets." It's a lot of talk, honestly. And it's not much action on that. That's not the follow through isn't there as much as you would think it is by the way that they talk.
Right.
I want to say something about the vets is that I believe where else do you go and sign up, even if the conflict you went for wasn't a real conflict like some people say? It's real conflict. I ain't saying that, but where else do you go and sign up and you almost guarantee when you go to work you're probably not going to come home. That's why I think our vets should be taken care of forever once they sign up and go.
But yeah, and I'm sure you've heard me say it 100 times before. My body is fighting a war that I never fought in.
Mm. Yeah, I've never heard you say that, but that's powerful.
On top of just more than just my peripheral artery disease and all my heart related issues and my children's heart related issues, there's migraines, there's the emotional and mental aspect of it and having to live with these diseases the rest of our lives. And I know for a fact that my brother tends to get into some deep depressions to where he talks about not wanting to be here anymore just because he's in so much pain all the time.
Mm.
And he has not been able to work most of his life. And he's only I want to say 44. And a lot of the issues that I have are not common for people my age, and I've been diagnosed with glaucoma at 36.
Wow.
It can literally cause me to go blind.
Is there any treatment for that or is it just kind of wait and see what happens?
It's so for the glaucoma, well, I did try to do the laser surgery for it and it failed within a year. And so now I'm stuck taking eye drops the rest of my life.
All right, well, Jane, I want to thank you for your bravery and, just allowing us to hear your story.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate you being here and to everybody else out there, thank you for being here as well. Don't forget to come back next week to join me on From Dirt We Grow for another episode. And Jane, you're welcome back anytime.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, you have a wonderful week. See you next week right here on From Dirt We Grow.
You as well.